guys, in the last video I kinda made about command was actually the last video I made about commands was about the replace item command as well as stuff like that. And when I made this video, I got 2 delightful comments. Actually made me feel very hardened. So I decided to make another one. Now, next one will be the /tag in scoreboards. Yes, 2. Now, the /tag command is where you can add a tag to any player. We're using one of these. So let's say me. I can add, and even though there's no tags, it doesn't matter. You could do whatever you want. If I do that, it'll give me the tag that. And then I do /tag at a, just add, I don't care. And then the tag will show up there. So we're just gonna remove the tag. So now I don't have that tag anymore. This tag could be very useful to separate certain players from players. So you can make it, if you want to, /give at a bracket type equals, and I'm a tag. So you could separate people with tags. Tag equal high. Like that. Wind charge. Like that. To make sure I don't get kill a lot, I can do this. And then we're just gonna sell a button. Then we get 2 command blocks, and we do /tag at p add high /tag at p remove high. Okay. Right now I do not have the tag high, and this is giving everyone who has the tag high. If I press this, I can see I get wind charges. But if I press this, I don't. This is because when I press the button, I get the tag high, and the command block that is the command block over here is testing every single player and tests they have the tag high. And whoever has a tag high will get that wind charge. Because when I press this block, it gave me the tag high, which is a really good way to separate players. You can also do the same thing with scoreboards, but it's a little more complicated. Then when I press this, I remove high, so I don't get any more of that. Yippee! By the way, because I put wind charges for a reason, because I want to run this. Remember guys, remember this thing? I was not gonna do a high. Yippee! Oh my god, look at the god apples. Bro, oh. Double god apples. Oh, that looks so cursed. Okay, now we've done that. Oh, I have 1,000 blocks in the air. Okay. Now I've done that. I'm just gonna fall down. How high was I? Oh my god. I'm just gonna dance, I think. Can I dance? Oh, I can. Oh god, this dumb thing. I can. And I'm back on the ground. Wow, I went far. Okay, now we're back here. Let me show you how to set up a scoreboard. Unlike scoreboards, you have to set up a scoreboard. So first, let's do scoreboard. Then you gotta do, if you guys just made a new world and you have no scoreboards, press objectives. So do /scoreboard objectives. Add, list, remove, or display. Or set display. But if you have no scoreboards again, press add. Well, type add. And then whatever you want. If you do this, and you add space, you can't do that. If you want to do that though, you have to add quotation marks. Like this. So we could do, hi, how are you? The quotation mark end, and then you can do that. If I delete the quotation marks, the command won't work. You will not add the quotation marks to your thing unless you add 2 quotation marks. So now let's write dummy. Do that. Hi, how are you? Add it successfully. Oh, Okay. That's okay, I guess. So now let's do. Once you've done that, do scoreboard. If you want to set it display, do set display. And then below name, list or sidebar. If you do lists, it will pop up here, but you cannot invite friends. Oh, I just realized that. Yeah, just do this. So set display. If you do below name, you go to a username, and you can see that below them will be show it. Or sidebar, which will be the classic sidebar on the side. So let's do sidebar. Okay, it's in the sidebar slot. The thing is, why it's not there? I think it's because no one has it yet. To make it, I think to make it pop up, let's do, now we done objective, let's do players. You could add a scoreboard to a player. So if you have 2 and you add 3, you become 5. You can list to show all the scoreboards. You can operation. I don't even know what that does. You can random. I think that's just, I don't know what this does. You can remove. So if you have 5 and you remove 4, you only have 1. You can reset. Set that to 0. You can set, and by setting them to a certain number. And yeah, and test I actually don't know. So some of these I actually did not know. But let's do set. So I probably don't know. And let's do me. And then we type this, and now we do amount. As you can see, count. Do 5. Okay, I don't know why, but let me just set it up again because I don't know why, but it's not that. Oh, it's because I did it. Yeah, once you put sidebar, make sure you add the scoreboard I set up because I did not add that part. And you know, I don't really. This is not really useful. You don't need that. Now there. Hi, how are you? Scoreboard's there. Yeah, you don't have to name it that. Okay. Now, remember how I said you could test a scoreboard? Well, you could do that if you do /give. You don't have to do give. Give me any command. Boom. So once you do @a, you can write scores equal open curly brackets, and then you have to write the scoreboard. So you can do this. Hi, how are you? Make sure it's exact. So let's test that. Yeah, I think that's right. Then you do equal, even though it looks kind of weird, but that's how it works. And then you write the score. If you do 7, yeah, it's 7. Test 7 to. Yeah, but the thing is, if you wanted to like multiple, you could do that. If you wanted more than 1 or more, do 1 ... If you want less than 1, if you want a 1 and less, do ... 1. And if you want it in between, so you say 1 to 10, you do 1 ... 10. Test to give you, so that's testing. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have 11 or less, if you have more than 10 or less than 1, you won't get it. Let's do 1 ... meaning anything, if you have 1 or more, it will run the command. Boom and boom. And then we're gonna do stone. Okay. I can see I'm getting a lot of stone. I had to break the command block because I don't want to fill my inventory with stone. What's happening here is that the command block sees I have 1 and add more than 1 and realizes that's in the count. Because of that, it gives me 1 stone. That's a little scary. Yeah, we're gonna break that. What is this? Game mode C, yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What did that do? Yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, thanks for help list. Okay, yeah, that's how I set up a scoreboard to do that. So let's do, if you want to delete a scoreboard, you do objectives and you do remove, and then we can do that. Scoreboard remove. So let's add a scoreboard and let's call it. No, we have to add not players, objectives. Add and let's do money. And then we press dummy. Okay, I made the money dummy. Wait, what? Scoreboard objectives set display. sidebar, but actually let's do below name money. So now if you go to this guy, he doesn't have a scoreboard. Who is this? Wait, what? Okay, now we have this. Now we're gonna scoreboard players add at a money as the 20. So that right here it says money 20. Like that. And you can test if you have a certain amount of money. Which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. If you want to do that, it's possible. Yeah, that'd be it for the video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, because if you guys don't know, if you guys actually do this stuff, if you guys subscribe and like the video, you guys are actually giving me a lot more confidence to make more of these videos. So yeah, this guy is so utterly confused. I'm just gonna okay. If you guys don't want this chat to spam, you can do /game rule, combine black output false, or you can do /game rule, send command feedback false. So you don't see that. Wait. Actually, instead of doing it, let's do a lever. Let's do a lever and send them to space. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I left the stratosphere. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. Oh my god. Impulse. Okay. Now we're gonna repeat. Now I'll do this. And to make sure, let's get some redstone. And we're gonna throw him into the stratosphere, okay guys? Okay. Do that, and we're gonna. Okay, I think we have enough. So we're gonna do /TP headless to oh my. Wait, I wanna do that again. He's gone. He's gone. Turn off this. We're also gonna go to the stratosphere as well. Really, where is this guy? He's higher. Wait. He's up there. Okay, that's how fun that command was. I'm pretty sure I showed that command in one of my videos. So if you guys want to do that command, it's in one of the videos. And before I go, when I land, I'm gonna teach you one last thing that's part of. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back on the ground. Before I leave, I'm gonna show you one thing about command blocks. Command blocks have 3 different types: impulse, which will just run the command once, and normal. Chain. Chain's a little different. If one command gets activated, and wherever it's facing, there's another command block you'll activate as well. So let's do this. This we have repeat, always active. Unconditional. I'm alive because it was wind charges. You don't take fall damage to wind charges. You don't take fall damage to wind charges. Okay, over here. So we could do slash. We could do slash. We could do something. So we're gonna do slash effect at E. Oh, at E. Type. If you do type, you can test for a certain thing. So let's do type equals item. So testing there's an item, and it will give the person fire resistance for 2 minutes, the power of 1, and true. Okay, there we go. Now when there's an item there, we'll get fire resistance. But the thing is, if you want to do something, like make it, you can do any effect, and you want to, but if you do this, wait, what? Oh, okay, we're gonna do execute. We're gonna do execute at, okay, we're gonna do execute at E, run effect at P, fire resistance. This is testing if there's an item, and if there is, it will affect the nearest player with fire resistance. There you go. We got the nearest player, I have fire resistance. See that? Will I pick it up? But is there another item? Okay, now it should, yeah, now it's going down because there's no item, yeah. Okay, but the thing is, if I press down this, I get fire resistance, but the thing is still there. How are you supposed to make sure that it doesn't, delete itself? That's where the chain comes in. Do chain, conditional, always active. This is always active, so it doesn't need redstone to activate itself. So that means if it needs redstone, when it oh my god, I had to make sure it's facing the same way. Okay, we're gonna go do something like that. We gotta run the same command again, which is gonna be a pain. Can I do? Oh my god. Okay, at E bracket type equals item, this run effect at P, fire underscore resistance, not infinite, let's do 121 TRUE. Okay, that's back to normal. But then over here, put this on chain. So when this command activates, it will realize this command is there. So the chain will activate. Conditional. This makes sure that actually works with chain, and then always active. So it doesn't need. So if you activate that, if it needs redstone, and if it was need redstone, if it needs redstone, you have to add redstone when this command realize, yeah. Okay, now always active, and then we do /kill at E bracket type equals item. Boom. Okay, now we have this little setup. If I drop an item, the item's gone, and I get fire resistance. Like that. That's how you can use also chain blocks into your little thing. Okay, now I should gotta make. Now I gotta change it to. Yeah. The next thing I'll show you later is. Oh my god, TP. The next thing I'll show you on my next video is how to make special abilities, aka jetpack, aka a jetpack. So yeah, I'm gonna say BRB. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please guys like, subscribe, and notification bell to never miss out a new video. And bye.